that happens. That happens. Welcome to another 2040. My name is Danny. This is Northern Comfort Tarot, and this is my beautiful bride-to-be, Brooke, Empress of Duality. It's her channel. Check her out.
Yeah, he just accidentally went live on my channel.
Oh, you know. That's sometimes what we do.
We made it.
Well, we made it.
It made me laugh, so I'm cool with it.
For real. And we got a good screenshot for our thumbnail. So.
Oh my God, my car smells so good.
Hey, Amy Bernie. What is up, love? Welcome.
Hi, Amy.
Welcome.
We went live on the wrong channel. That's what happened.
Yeah, it happens. I remember. It's never really happened to me, but I remember when Brooke went live on my channel by accident.
Oh my God. So awkward. What's up, David?
Selma, David, we watched your beautiful, or she watched it again, but we watched your beautiful video you sent us, man.
Oh, so good.
What a blessing. And oh my God. By all means, yes. No, we felt your energy the moment
Maybe.
came into the chat for the first time.
Thank you.
So,
come on, baby.
we also have a special thing we want to
Thank you.
send out to you.
Yeah, you just wait. You got a surprise for you.
Yeah, someone was the winner of our new name.
Yeah.
And it finally came through, and it was coming through the other night, and I didn't really, oh, well, there you go. There's another surprise for you. Hey, Mike, how's it going? We did come up with a name for this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if, for those of you that,
I only go live on my channel.
for those of you that have, or that do pay attention to our website from time to time, you already know what the name is. So I don't know if we're going to do a big reveal tonight. That would be Brooke's thing, but now that you're in the know, the website does have it, and the URL to the website is going to change as well.
Mm-hmm. So what up, you guys? Welcome to another 2040 reading. We're here to serve you guys. I just want to open this container of connection with you all. Thank y'all for always showing up for us. Thank you for showing up for yourselves and truly showing up for us. Opening a safe and sacred container, calling in messages of love, healing, and the utmost clarity, denouncing any inorganic frequencies, any energies or entities that are not of our highest good are now blocked and removed from the safe and sacred space. And yeah, let's go.
Mike, I know you don't have the struggle that we sometimes go through.
Wow, I can't see anything on my glasses off.
Oh, no? Yeah, I can read it to you.
I didn't realize how blind I was. It's like a magnifying glass.
Yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Oh yeah, David? Might as well give that to you on this channel too.
She be handing out wrenches on my channel. What is that all about?
I knew you'd be cool with it. And let
Amy,
me just go ahead and the first thing I gotta do is call out these frequencies that I'm feeling from you guys and just feeling from the collective. I don't really know what's going on in the world right now. I mean, I know a bit of stuff, but you know, there's just been a lot of challenging circumstances in all different parts of the world. And, you know, I just want to invite you guys to just kind of let it all go for a little bit. Like, let's just let it all go. Let's move out of our head and our 3D worlds and into our heart space and just relax for a little bit in this space together, this space of connection. You have no prior obligations right now other than to just connect and feel each other and, you know, chat.
It's Sunday night, y'all.
Yeah, and just like, let's just release all our burdens for a little bit, all the things that we have to figure out about our life for a little bit, all of the challenges that we're facing with work and just everything. Let's just surrender all of that for right now. I surrender my mind's perception. I surrender my ego in this moment, and I step into my heart space. I command the ego to take a step to the right of me, and I honor my ego so much for all of its protective ways. But I command the ego to step aside and just allow our higher selves and inner child to come out and play and guide us in this space.
You don't got to worry about Monday morning, because Monday morning's coming. Get into the present moment. Enjoy the time you have before us, man.
Yes.
This is a beautiful time with the Love Vibe Tribe. And jump in there and talk amongst each other and enjoy the vibration, because we are offering a high vibration to y'all tonight. You know what I mean?
Hi, Maria. What's up, love?
Amy, you are on the list. I got you down. Thank you, love.
I don't think we've ever read for Amy, have we? This is fun. So if everybody in the chat will just take a few deep breaths and just tell your ego, I surrender my mind's perception and I embrace this present moment. I let go, I let go, I let go. I surrender my mind's perception and I embrace what I'm feeling. I let go, I let go, I let go. I free myself from all distress. I free myself from the collective. I free myself from my twin flame if he's stressing me the fuck out right now. I free myself from my friends that don't understand where I'm at in my journey. I just take it all and I put it on the shelf for now. And I'm not, ignoring anything that maybe I need to deal with. But right now in this motherfucking space, I let it all go. And I'm present with Brooke and Danny. I'm connected to my soul family. I'm connected to the tribe. I'm connected to this present moment. And everything else can kiss my motherfucking ass. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we ready now?
Ready for the good.
I think we're ready.
I'm ready for the good. Thank you, Kimberly, for sharing this out on your YouTube channel. Kimberly Lioness Heart.
Good to see you again.
Tarot by Kimberly Lioness Heart.
Oh, yeah, that feels better, you guys. That feels better. Thank y'all for joining us in this space. Let's fuck some shit up.
For real. Real to real. So, I guess we start with a collective.
Let's just pull a little bit of a general message for you guys, and then we will get to the list. Sound good? And listen, anytime your ego tries to sneak up on you while you're in this present moment with us, now is the time to just be like, no ego, sit the fuck down. I declare my sovereignty. Sit down. I'm not going to go there right now. I'm not going to stress out right now. I'm just going to flow. Flow, baby. Wow. Interesting spread.
Old winds.
You want to turn the thing on?
Sure, yeah. Can do, baby. There's Kimberly.
Okay. Okay. Listen, even if something is triggered in you tonight, if an emotion is triggered, if some insecurities are triggered, whatever it is, let it come up. There's a difference in letting go and attaching to every thought that comes up, or really feeding into every thought that you think. And just kind of, even if you get triggered, or even if some difficult situations and emotions start to come up, let it flow. Don't even attach to the emotion. Don't attach to how bad it feels, or how good it feels, or how scary it feels, or how fucked up it is. Like, just allow it to flow. In and out, in and out. If something's triggered, take a deep breath into that trigger and just breathe it out, okay? So, for you guys, let me take a deep breath real quick.
And I'm going to post this in the Love Vibe Tribe.
Current energy is true love. Didn't see that coming, did you? So many things look so different, feel so different when we just step out of our ego, and we step out of all the stories about it, we step out of what it looks like, and we get real present with what it actually is. It may look like deception. It may look like somebody's wearing a mask. It may look like somebody's abandoning you. It may look like you and your twin are, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling twin flame energy from the chat. It may feel like you and your twin are just not fucking agreeing. Y'all are not seeing things the same way. Maybe some stuff has blown up between y'all. Maybe y'all been arguing. Maybe you blew up on them and blocked them, like, you know? Look at this current energy. True love. Would I lie to y'all? I wouldn't lie to y'all. Influencing energy is chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. And I do feel like for some of you, it's like that back and forth game where it's like you're talking to them, you're talking to your twin, everything's good, and then boom, y'all go separate ways, and then you come back in, and it's like boom, you go separate ways, and it's like y'all keep seeing that, like that pattern of like we're here, we're good, and then bam. All of a sudden, like everything was good, and then all of a sudden it's like, do I even know you? Like, what's going on? Like, and it's really just to like trigger that within you. And what I have to bring up, I had a feeling that spirit was going to. But what I have to bring up is if there's any means of seeking validation of who this person is to you, the universe is going to make it look like this. Deception. There's a mask. You're not going to know. You're going to question, is this really my twin? You're not going to know what to think about them. You're not going to know what to feel about them. And even though it's really this is how you're going to see it until you get so solid in your own knowing. And you get so solid and so present with the feeling, with the chemistry, with your heart and what you know to be true, then that mask is going to fall away. And you're going to be able to see it for what it really is. At the bottom of the deck is let your friends help you. So like, yes, this is a sovereign journey. Yes, it is an inner journey. It is a journey of self. But also, we are the universe experiencing itself. I'm experiencing myself through Brooke, through Danny, through my friends, through my tribe. And like, that's like the most beautiful part. That's the, I don't even know, it makes my mouth water. Like, that's the best part, is being able to experience and witness yourself through someone else. So if this person that you're dealing with, if they're bringing up some things that you don't prefer, instead of like rejecting it, or instead of like going into just like your emotions controlling you, just like give yourself a break sometimes and like let your friends help you. So that doesn't mean when something blows up, get codependent on seeking someone else to make you feel better. It means letting yourself be a mess and still being present and vulnerable enough with the people you love so that you can really see yourself in that vulnerable state. And you can get more confident in yourself. It's not about validation. It's not about them making you feel better. It's not about getting around the emotion, just flowing through it all, being present with it all, right? And then the last one, very soon, and healing family issues. A lot of the energy that's going on with you and your twin, look at the relationship that you had with your parents. And sometimes whatever it looks like, it's almost the opposite. That's just like how the energy is right now. But yeah, okay.
So it pretty much bounces off what she said, but so 3 cups in reverse.
Icing on the cake. That's what I was trying to say, Kimberly. Sorry.
At the bottom of the deck, 3 cups in reverse, 10 of swords in reverse, and the ace of pentacles. And so it might not feel like a time of celebration, but it actually truly is. And it's a breakthrough moment for those in the twin flame journey that are, or for those of you that are going through a moment that doesn't seem to be very good. I've got the Tower on. That's the first card on the table. So, tower moments, whatever you're going through, kind of like feeling like you're walking on glass or thin ice kind of thing. That feeling is there for a purpose, and it's for you to feel, but not really go in deep. You know what I mean? Just because a tower comes, the towers show up in our lives to bump us back to neutrality.
Mm-hmm. I was feeling the same thing, babe.
That's it. And don't swing too far, or you're going to be back in the place that you probably were before. How many times over the period of either about twin flames, or even in your previous history of relationships or anything like that, you're going to be back there. And it wasn't meant for that to happen, okay? It's just meant to bump us back on track. That's it. So there is pain with the Ten of Swords, but it's a pain that you don't really have to dive crazy deep into, right? You don't have to. What?
It's an interesting taste.
Yeah, it's that stuff. So it's an energy that you just validate. There it is. I see it. That's what's before me. But I'm not gonna fully exercise into myself, into my true being. I can just hold it there and view it and admire it and love on it for what it's going to show me, and allow yourself to step into that neutrality of like, oh well, I just accept it for what it is, and I accept the beauty that's to come of this. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, wise investment, it says, with like the Ten of Swords, painful endings in reverse. Well, it's the dawn of a breakthrough moment for you. You know what I mean? It's a new beginning. That's and it may not seem like it's a beautiful thing at first, but there's so much beauty to be had, and what's coming towards you is just like end of the scale at 10 as far as change, right? If this is a twin flame thing, and you're seeing it as an ending of a passionate adventure between this person and like it's like, okay, well, I just gotta go. I just gotta leave and keep doing me, because this isn't gonna transpire anything. Don't be quick to judge the situation. Neutrality is going to help you through this. Okay, by all means, when you step into a neutral state of like acceptance, you're stepping into the flow state. Everything just flows effortlessly to you, and a new light will be shed. This is a light bulb. It's a light bulb moment, and it came out this way. So that shit's about to flick.
Mm-hmm. Some of you are gonna realize, like, damn, I can't wait when that moment hits you guys. Like, I can feel it very clearly. There's gonna be a moment where it hits you guys where you're like, damn, the only reason I have been suffering is because of the story I was telling about my situation and my circumstances. And like, I want to go back to something Danny said when he's talking about like accepting it and being neutral. Like, what was it? Oh, don't let your ego beat you up. Let me tell you something. When you see that things are ending in your life, when you see that things are changing, relationships are ending, you're questioning whether you want to switch jobs, like when you see that, don't let your ego bully you into believing that it is a bad thing and something to be afraid of, because that is what your ego will do. Your ego will try to keep you in a box, in a little comfort zone that you've created for yourself. But and that's where it gets most difficult usually on this journey, where it's like, because there's like a cycle, right? For like every ascension process, every initiation of your energy, there's like this process that you go through. And when you get to the part where the death card comes in, Scorpio energy comes in, and like shit's ending. Relationships are ending, or it looks like they're ending. And that's when everybody kind of wants to pull out, because they're like, your ego's like, I can't take the change. This change means something bad. Or I don't feel like I have any control. I'm like, my emotions are controlling me. Like, So don't let your ego bully you into believing that it's bad just because it's telling you that something's ending that you wanted. But sometimes what we think we want isn't what we fucking deserve. So the universe says, no, you deserve more. You deserve better. Allow yourself to receive what you asked for. This is not what you asked for. Allow this to end. Be open to receive.
When we let go of expectations and allow for spirit to just bring in what we've been manifesting, we put out that word out into the universe, and that spoken word starts to manifest. But it's going to manifest in however they see it's going to manifest. I never told Brooke this, but I've been manifesting some shit with regards to our relationship, just to kind of bring to light, and give her a place where she's okay with the process things take and the timing and those, you know what I mean? It's a divinely kind of orchestrated happenings that take place in order to bring in what, we're calling in, and things pop off. Why would this happen to me? Well, it's happening to you because of that thing you said you wanted in your life. You know what I mean? And it's guiding you to getting that thing that you wanted in your life.
Mm-hmm. But we resist the process. We resist the letting go. We resist the change, and we block ourselves. Here's the thing. It all comes down to trust, you guys. It all comes down to trusting in your ability to create. We ask the universe for something. We're creating it from within. Yes, there is the universal energies that bring it about, bring it to fruition, but it's you that's creating it. So anytime something's ending and you're freaking out, or you're going into emotional turmoil about it because it feels like things are ending or things are changing or you're out of control, it's you created it. And the only reason that you're stressing yourself out is because you're not trusting yourself in what you are creating. So if you can just let it go, you're like, oh man, I trust myself. This looks like shit, but I trust myself. I trust the process. I'm just here. Let's do it.
This is what spirit sees. They hear your manifestation, and they're like, oh, this is good. This is good. So we're gonna start enacting things so that it goes to you, and it starts going to you immediately. So they're like, well, this person is a big thing that blocks this manifestation. So we're going to get rid of them.
Or your attachment to this person.
So we're going to get rid of them, take them out of the way, and you're like, oh my God, I love that person. I don't want to lose that person. And you grab onto them, and you're like, oh, don't go. But Spirit's like, well, it has to go because you want that. So, when you step into neutrality, and this is where it's super important, when you step into neutrality and you say, okay, well, this person's maybe leaving for a moment, maybe leaving forever, but there is a divine action taking place, and I must come into acceptance and surrender all perceptions, the hangman, right, as to how this 10 of Pentacles is coming into my life. The world's changing, and even if the world seems upside down and in reverse, you need to accept what is, because the divine orchestrator is, getting things into check for you, taking things out, Queen of Swords, taking things out in order to bring in the new, right? Excitement and curiosity is the Page of Wands. It's the messenger for amazing things, amazing actions to take place. Now, with the Sun card in reverse, the Emperor, and then the Devil, obsession, right?
I'm telling y'all, the energy. Woo!
Right? So it may not seem like the sun is shining no more. It may seem like a dark and cloudy fucking day. This guy is all black and white, man. There ain't no color to this dude. Mm-hmm. Might not seem very, very wonderful, or it might even seem like the opposite of what you're trying to manifest. But look, don't go flying into an obsessive state of like, oh, well, what can I do to turn this around and stuff? Because as soon as you start enacting your own will, right, that's when spirit says, okay, well, they want control. I'm just going to sit back in my control room chair and like, okay, well, you want control back, go ahead, and we'll pause whatever you were trying to manifest for a while. And the more control and the less surrender you move into, spirit's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I think I got time for a lunch break, maybe watch some TV, check out what other humans are doing and laugh at that for a bit.
Yes, Sandra and Alan.
But
yes.
Really, neutrality is the key. Acceptance, coming to acceptance for everything that's happening before you. The sky isn't falling. Don't go all Chicken Little on us. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be good. This is for my highest good, my highest will. This is moving me towards, accepting what is manifesting before my very eyes. And if that person that I love so much needed to die or pass on, and I'm just going to miss them so much, yes, by all means, grieve, but also celebrate their passing, celebrate their life, celebrate them moving into the next with so much love and joy. And now you have an angel on the other side. If it is someone who passed, you have an angel on the other side that can help spirit truly bring in specifics. You know what I mean? Because if it was someone that was really close to you and they passed, man, do they ever know how to tweak things for your vibration here in this dense reality. So, no matter what circumstances, step into neutrality. That's what I got. Mic drop.
Nice. All right.
Cool.
I want to add real quick because I think it's funny. Like you had the sun card out, and he said it might not look like the sun is shining or whatever. And then what I was feeling from it was like the sun is shining. It's just you can't see it because you're so far up in your shadow, baby. You so far in your shadow, you can't see the sun. You are your shadow right now. And the funny thing is, you're the one in your shadow. You're the one embodying your shadow. And you blaming it on everybody else.
Sun don't shine that far up your ass.
It's you. It's them.
Time to bag
They
up.
hurt my feelings. They broke my heart. Baby, you the one in your shadow. The sun is shining. You know what I'm saying? And I'm joking, but like it really just comes back to like you got to take responsibility for whatever you are experiencing because baby, you created it. You.
Neutrality is nothing but a balancing act. That's all it is, baby. That's all it is. Balance. And that's what we got for your collective reading tonight. Hope you enjoyed it.
David, yes, I want to comment on what you said. The bipolar feeling. What I've realized that is sometimes we feel really bipolar, like we're thinking really clear, really good about something, feeling really good about something, and then like insecurities, and then like we're good, we're not good, we're good, we're not good. And we just keep going back and forth. You're switching polarities. That's what's happened. You're like, negative polarity, positive polarity, negative polarity, positive polarity. And sometimes that happens. And it's a good sign, actually. If you find yourself bipolar, if you find yourself switching polarities, like really often, switching energies really often, it's because you're learning to balance it. You're taking your divine feminine and your divine masculine energy, the negative polarity and the positive polarity within you, and you're neutralizing it. You're balancing it. You're harmonizing the energies to where you can house both energies in a neutral energy. Like, does that make sense?
Coming into acceptance. Thank you so much, Tarot by Kimberly. If you haven't checked out Kimberly's channel, check it out now. Well, maybe afterwards, but
yeah, that's a really good sign. If you find yourself in situations and circumstances or around people where like you're seeing both sides and switching sides, like, just know, like, okay, have that awareness. The conscious mind knowing that that's what's happening makes the process of balancing so much quicker. Rather than getting stuck in them, just like, okay, I see I'm going from polarity to polarity. I must be balancing some shit. I'm balancing my energy, you know?
Salma, I know quite a bit about bipolar. I was gifted with an ex-girlfriend that was bipolar.
Me too.
And
I'm a Gemini moon.
she's lit as fuck. She found out she's lit as fuck, and it is a gift. It is a gift because you truly understand like intense sorrow and despair, right? And then the amazing joy of how life can bring so much life to you, and you can, it's so amazing and filled with energy. And
they're calling me out right now.
And you can no, this is Leslie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah, no, and then, but the key is, and there was, I forget what her name is, but I listened to her podcast, and she talked about bipolar, and she was very spiritual and stuff like that, and she had like steps to moving into neutrality, which I didn't even know that's what that was, but that's what that was. And it really gave me insight into, my own spiritual journey back then, this was like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And
now Danny and I have created our own, we created an entire process, an entire journey in the mentorship. It's a process. It's called the change initiation process, and it walks you from trigger to gratitude. If you can make it from acceptance to gratitude in the change initiation process, you clear a layer. You balance out the energy. You neutralize the energy. And it's a really powerful tool and healing modality, but we really just do that in the mentorship because it has a lot of value. It's a sacred tool that we created. So we don't just share that with everybody, but this is one thing since it got brought up, the polarity and getting stuck in polarity and just not being able to neutralize. This is a tool that's so simple to use. It can be as simple or as detailed as you need it to be for your process. But it's got steps and it guides you through it and how to do it and ask you questions and really makes you look inside of yourself and embody the energy of neutrality and balance it out.
You do have videos out there on your channel that
I do. I talk about the change initiation process all the time. I just don't always drop the name of that's what I'm talking about because sometimes, it's easier to do that on a personal level because I'm this is the change initiation process. Then you kind of get stuck in your head. But if I just lay it out so effortlessly and just flow with it and take you through the whole process without you knowing it's a process, it just flows, man.
Shit pops off.
Yeah.
So, Amy, please post your question.
We are ready for you
in the chat, and you're up, girl. I didn't get much this time.
My foot's stuck. Yeah, I kind of talked a lot of it off.
Oh, I see. Oh man, so. What did I want to talk about? I kind of wanted to talk about an offering that, our name came through and our name now, and someone did win a free reading with us, or if you want, just a meet and greet. But our new name and our new URL.
Drum roll, please.
Is Empire of Neutrality.
Badass.
Boom. And can you guess who the winner of that name is? I wonder if they know. Who won? I wonder if anyone else knows who won. Put it in the chat who you think won the whole naming thing, which is kind of cool, man. And thank you so much for that. I know it was coming in the other night and I wasn't really quite certain. And then boom, it got dropped on me. I ran it by Brooke and she was all giddy after that. So that's the name and that's the URL too. I think it said it'd take 48 hours to change over. The website's going to be going offline too briefly on the 25th. as we switch to a different kind of host. So, Twin Flame Divine Fire. No. Oh, just kidding. David, yes, Amy. David won the contest that we put out. Well, Amy pays attention, man. She's in here and she's a part of the poll. Yeah.
Did David even know it was him?
Dave didn't even.
He didn't even know it was him?
He didn't even.
Yes, thank you, David.
Put a thing, but thank you, brother.
Coming in clutch.
Thank you, brother, for that. Now that that's out of the way, but it was perfect timing too. All these things had to take place in our lives in order to get us to a certain place. And you know, if I would have been stuck in the story of like, God damn, why can't I think of a name? I'm usually the namer.
Yeah,
I name.
That's like one of Danny's gifts.
That's what I do. Is I name shit. But I had a hunch, right? Okay, dude. But yeah, get a hold of us with the best day and time. I think we're kind of busy until Thursday. So if you're interested in Thursday or Sunday next week, let us know. And we'll meet up.
Meet and greet with David. Ooh, I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, which can turn into a reading if you want. It's all up to you. We can just hang too.
All right, Amy. I'm tapping in.
Now, I gotta read Amy's thing. Is it up? It's way up here.
Oh, I don't know if she asked her question. I was just tapping into her energy. Whoa.
Right here. What is the next focus for me in my healing journey, in both my twin flame journey and my purpose?
Oh, Amy. The first thing that I'm getting for you is to really embody your feminine energy, embody your mother energy, sit in nature, connect with feminine energy. That is what the earth is. The earth is feminine energy, okay? Mother energy. And like really hold yourself. How do I say this? So like the first thing I'm feeling is a little bit in your solar plexus, which is like your personal power, your willpower, the conviction of knowing what you feel and knowing what you know to be true without any validation. I'm feeling that in the solar plexus. And then there's a little bit of heaviness in my heart. And it's not really that you need to purge anything. It's just really there to get you to mother yourself, mother your inner child. Hold yourself. Allow other people to hold you. And like, so there's something around like physical intimacy, and that doesn't have to mean sex. It just means like touching yourself, feeling your body, like rubbing on your body, taking a bath and like feeling your body and connecting to your body and like holding yourself. Do y'all see how red my body is? It's just like really needing to like get in your body and like flow with the presence of being in your body and like holding yourself. And like there's this thing around physical intimacy that I'm feeling. Like I don't know if you have people around you, or it could just be, you know, with the COVID thing, so you just haven't really been physically around a lot of people. But I'm feeling like I feel like you need to be held in some way. Like, I know that you deal with a lot of things on your own, and like you deal with like processing your own emotions and being present with your emotions. But like there's this yearning within you that's like, I want to be held by someone. Like I carry all this stuff all the time, and like I deal with it all myself, and like that's beautiful, right? But we're not meant to do this alone. And like I know that you have mentoring with other people, so like that's a way of them holding you. But like how often are you really expressive about what's going on within you and what you're feeling with the people that love you, like your friends, your family, in a physical way, and like letting them hold you when you cry, you know?
Wow, I just like, it's like the whole deck is speaking to you right now. And I keep getting cards coming out. Like underneath, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck and I'm pulling out a different spread, but it all reads into the spread that I pulled for you. So I'm going to try and sum it up. Look, girl, you need to empower yourself. Queen of Wands, right? Become your own ally. Become your best ally. The ride or die that you seek is within. And I'm really getting called to say, look, your inner child is your best friend, right? And I know you know about inner child work and all that stuff, but really, going out and experiencing life in a childlike state to bring you into center, right? Bring you into balance. I've got the Justice card and the Knight of Wands in reverse. You know you don't want something fleeting. So don't be fleeting with yourself. Staying in that present moment, staying in balance, seeing the objectivity of what's before you. I'm using Cherub Thunder's Honest Truth deck too. If you're interested in that, you can check it out on her channel. Nine of Cups in reverse, and this is the story playing out. Wishes fulfilled, life is good in reverse. So Nine of Cups is a personal, it's a personal aspect of what you're truly seeking as wishes fulfilled. This can also pertain to life purpose. Life purpose, when we come into this life, is all about exercising our passions, the things that we love doing. Okay, it may sound cliche. I'm just gonna let the internet burp here for a second. Until we get in the grain. So it may sound cliche, but that's exactly what you need to do, right? You need to recenter.
Is this a 40?
This is a 40.
Yeah.
You need to recenter. This is a beautiful card too. Four of Swords, right? Allow that healing to take place. Absolutely stepping in neutrality. You're going to hear it like a broken record from now on with us, and releasing the conflict. The Five of Swords, releasing the conflict, releasing the need to make changes or whatever, moving into whatever you're passionate about, and seeing how spirituality is linked to that. If you like to paint and you're adamant about painting and you see this clear path unfolding to share with others about how painting really opens up your ability to accept. By moving into flow, accept the universe for what it is and what it has before you, and it's a blessing to paint and get you onto that spiritual, like move you forward on your spiritual journey. Then painting that's your mission.
Hey, Aaron.
Incorporating that into your mission, and getting the word out of unconditional love and all these things, right? That is something that could very well be what you're up for, but it has to deal with passions first and foremost, because we would not have signed up in this life if we weren't interested in doing taxes, and you become an accountant because you're passionate about numbers, and then like, why would I? That's not me. I'm not good at math. Brooke knows. Brooke's not good at math either. There's no way in hell me and Brooke would be going in accounting. You know what I mean? Or how do I spread unconditional love through accounting practices when I'm not even passionate about accounting? So you go there and you're already in a vibration. I'm like, I fucking can't stand this shit. Here I go, but I need money, so here we go. So that vibration isn't really going to rub off onto others. And it's our story, our testimony, that really rubs off on others. And they're like, oh, I'm not the only one. Those that are in the same light as you or same frequency as you is like, oh, I'm not the only one. I've gone through this. And that David sent us a beautiful video really allowing us to get to know him better and how he came to see us and stuff. And it was truly a blessing. There are all kinds of information in that reading or that video that you did for us that speaks volumes to others out there, David. And if you share that, it can pull someone, and it only takes to gain the blessing, right, from that, by saving a life, even just for a simple act of posting a video of what you've been through. Oh my God, it could save a life. So Amy, when you're going into that, I love speaking, teaching, and spending time with people. And I've seen that it came, the donation came through a coaching thing. So like, by all means, yeah. Yes. I also need to explore beyond that. Cool. So we're going to keep moving. 9 of Pentacles, abundance, right? Really becoming self-assured, self-reliant, building that self. That's 2 9s right beside each other, right? And that's really in making what you want, living your best life, right? And by doing so, messages will come into you with the Page of Pentacles. Messages will come into you and you'll know they're trustworthy messages. Amy, you've got the touch. You can hear those messages, being sensitive to those messages because they are guiding you to the 10 of Cups that you seek. You may be feeling, well, you know, it ain't coming because it was in the reverse, but the 10 of Cups is on the table, and they are bringing it to you with the Chariot card. They are even, the Emperor is underneath the Chariot card too. They are even moving forward that true divine masculine or feminine, that true divine partnership towards you, right? But as you and only if you step into that passion and fulfilling your own greatest desires, right? Making a bucket list and start hacking away at it, moving towards that passionate beginning is what's going to call things in for you. All right? King of Pentacles in reverse, security, abundance, discipline. You know, even if it doesn't look like this is abundant, step into that energy of neutrality where, like, my abundance is coming, baby. All I have to do, like Danny said, is, you know, wishes fulfilled, move towards my passions, move towards my strengths, identify my weaknesses and turn them into your greatest strengths. You know, start hacking away at that list even. And then just coming into that acceptance, that abundance, security, is all going to come into play when I discipline myself to move back into balance with that Justice card, back into neutrality. Justice is 11 as well. It's all, and then the slew of cards that I pulled after that, the 2 of Cups, right? Heart space centered, out of the head, into the heart. The head's going to lead you through the valley of the shadow of death. There's going to be all kinds of transitions, but don't get addicted to the stories that run through your heads. That's what we've been going through, and we've been purging, and we've been, you know, moving back to neutrality. It's a process, man, and you just have to continue to steady your vibration and keep moving forward. You're manifesting the Magician with the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're manifesting, but that story that keeps running through your head of like, well, it's not coming, or what am I to do? You have everything in front of you. And I truly believe this, Amy. You have everything in front of you. You just have to accept.
That's perfect for me to start, because one thing Danny mentioned a while ago is I know that my abundance is coming. Fuck that. Okay, so here's the thing, Amy. Pay attention. Like, what is your sign? I'm curious, because sometimes when I know the sign, I can connect to the energy and I can say it in a way that, like, you can really, really understand what I'm saying. So, really start to pay attention to, when you're speaking about something, when you're speaking about your twin, when you're speaking about work, when you're speaking about your passions, when you're speaking about being vulnerable with your family or your friends, notice if you are speaking from the past Well, my twin said this last week. Notice if you're speaking from the past and notice when you're speaking to the future. Well, I hope that one day, or I know that one day my abundance is coming. You know, I know that one day my divine counterpart is going to come, right? So, like, really pay attention to the way that you speak. And I know that you're one that records videos. So sometimes the most beautiful mirror is watching yourself and listening to yourself and feeling into your own energy. Like, if there's anything that really helps me anchor in my frequency and release doubt or insecurities or self-sabotage, it's watching myself. Watching how I interact with Danny during a live. Sometimes it's cringeworthy and it's hard to watch. But like making myself watch myself and feel my energy and feel the energetics behind some of the things that I say. And sometimes I bring myself to tears. Some of the shit that I say is so fucking beautiful. And then sometimes I'm looking at how I say things to Danny during the live and I'm just like, oh God, that's so embarrassing. Like, I hope no one thought that I was this or hope no one thought that I was that. And I'm like, okay. So then I identify like some of my weaknesses, identify my strengths, and like just being able to watch yourself. So the next time that you're triggered, or if you've already been triggered recently, turn the video camera on and just start talking. Just start talking. Tell every single part of your story, how it looks, see how you feel about them, and
the emotions that are coming up for you. Start disseminating it. You know what I mean? Putting
yeah,
it out there, and then that in itself turns into mission as well.
Yes, girl. So that's like one of the key things that I have for your advice.
Hey,
so,
Thomas, how's it going, dude?
Oh, what's up, my love? Oh, snap! I didn't think you were gonna come by. So I want to read something real quick. Pisces, Virgo rising, Libra moon.
Virgo new moon.
So, Amy, I love you. But sometimes you get really all up in your masculine energy, girl. And the only reason I can identify this energy to a fucking T is because, girl, all day.
Okay, Libra moon. The balance is that's your struggle, right? But when you conquer that balance, that is going to accelerate everything, man. Everything. 2 cards with scales on them.
So, hear me out, Amy. Take a deep breath with me. Okay. I'm going to hit you with this message for my feminine energy so that you can feel it and you can feel what it's like to come from the feminine energy so that you can master it yourself, okay? So the thing is, your masculine energy comes in and it just tries to take over. It wants shit done right now. And it wants to plan everything out how it needs to be and have a whole plan on how everything needs to work and have an idea about where the relationship is going. But like right now,
lots of control.
Spirit is calling you to get out of your masculine energy and sit with your feminine energy. How did I start this message out? Connect with your feminine energy. Connect with nature. Connect with Mother Earth. Okay? And like really learn how to be receptive. And where Danny left off is a perfect place for me to pick up because it's like you already have what you're looking for. Whatever. And that's where you have to pay attention to yourself. What are you seeking? Are you seeking validation? Are you seeking someone to hold you? Are you seeking a relationship? What are you seeking? And then give that to yourself. Okay? But the key, the one piece of the puzzle that you're missing is your divine feminine energy. It's all around your divine feminine energy. And if you didn't watch my video last night for the wounded divine feminine, oh girl, I invite you to watch that if you haven't. But your current energy is don't let pride get in the way. Don't let your masculine get in the way and try to like take over and say that things have to be done right now. Okay? Submit to your divine feminine. Is your twin running? I gotta ask you that because it feels like your twin might be running, because let me tell you why. If they identify as the masculine energy and they're running, if they identify as the masculine energy and they stop communication, it's because if it looks like your twin is abandoning you right now, it's because you're abandoning your feminine energy. So they're abandoning their feminine energy.
If your twin is running, the mirror image of that is you're running from yourself. You're moving towards them. They're running away. You're running away from you, from your Nine of Cups, your wishes fulfilled, your abundance. You're running away from the true you. I've got the Queen of Pentacles underneath the Page of Wands in reverse, and the world in the upright. The world is changing, and they're really trying to get you back on course. To really, never mind that dude or that chick. Never mind that person. Never mind your twin. Center yourself back onto truly moving down your path. That's my little tidbit in there.
So, current energy. Don't let pride get in your way. The key to this energy, mastering your feminine energy, balancing. You want union, Amy? Balancing. This is the funnest part of the journey. This is where you're learning to really balance your masculine and your feminine energy and bring it into union. And that's what we all want, right? We want union with our twin. Well, you're doing that within yourself, right? So the key to this current energy that you're experiencing is your divine feminine energy and mastering that, bringing unity to the feminine masculine within you. Clarifying the divine feminine is guide and self-worth. Pay attention to where you're seeking validation, okay? What are you seeking, and give it to yourself. And your feminine energy, that's what's going to guide you, baby. Your receptive energy, if it feels like you're not abundant, if it feels like you're abandoned, flip it around and notice, where are you? If you feel abandoned or if you feel like you're lacking, flip it around and take a look at your life and be like, wow, this person's in my life. I have this. I'm abundant in this ways. Start to recognize what you already have. And check your ego, because your ego is trying to tell you that you don't have it. And your ego is putting a filter over your line of sight so that you can't even see it. So really, I surrender my mind's perception. I embrace what I'm feeling. Letting go of the pride. I surrender my mind's perception. I embrace the present moment.
You can even say that on the spot
as
these things come in. You did say I've uncovered a lot in myself. Fuck. And congratulate yourself and celebrate that. Oh my God, I'm such a lit as fuck divine being, and I'm doing it. Do not go into the story of like, I've done my work. I've uncovered so much. What do I have to do more? And you can even like freak out on spirit. And just, what do I have to do more to prove to you or whatever? Accepting that, but don't fall into the story of like, I did so much work and now, I don't really need to, because that's exactly what you need to do. You need to continue it. It's a process until the moment we pass on from this plane to the next. We will always continue to uncover and heal and uncover and heal and uncover and heal. So that balance that's being asked of you, right? That neutrality to move into the flow and just accept everything that's taking place before you. Oh, he left again and he blocked me and all these things. That's exactly what needs to happen in order to manifest the things that you're calling in.
And let me give you a warning, Amy. When it comes to mastering your feminine energy, when it comes to emotional mastery, okay, when it comes to balancing and bringing into union divine masculine, divine feminine energy, while you're mastering your feminine energy, you're going to be challenged again and again and again and again and again to hold. So here's how the journey usually starts is we are wounded in our masculine and we can't communicate how we feel. We shut ourselves down. We don't speak our truth, right? And then it turns into, I can speak my truth. I know my truth. I'm going to share it with the world. And then we have to balance that out. Okay, so that's where the union comes from. The balance comes from.
Keep going.
And there's going to be many things, many distractions that are going to want to make you jump in, that are going to want to make you speak up, but just holding your energy. There's going to be truths that you are dying to share, but like, see if you can hold it in without needing to share it, without needing to, you know what I mean? And just see if you can hold that there. Influence and energy, conclusions are within reach. Pause. And mute. This is the energy that is currently influencing you. Conclusions are within reach, and pause and mute. Okay? Can't make this shit up, Amy. Can't make this shit up. I forgot what these even said, but it's basically like what I said. Like, every time you want to jump in and like get shit popping, calm down, divine masculine. I'm in my feminine energy. I already know, because I have the awareness enough to know that I'm mastering my feminine energy, and I'm going to remind myself to stay in my feminine energy. I'm going to remind myself to hold my sovereignty. I'm going to remind myself that I don't have to blurt things out or like make my presence known, because when I'm in my feminine energy, everything flows to me, and I get put in the perfect situations around the perfect people to speak my truth. I don't have to seek to speak my truth. The situations come to me and it flows naturally. Ooh, come on, divine feminine. You feeling that, Amy? So the last part. The binding energy between your current person or situation is a personal issue reaches resolution. And then I got clarifying that is metamorphosis and third party. We're gonna have to change this camera because I just don't like how it be doing it. Metamorphosis and third party. Shit's changing. Shit has changed, girl. Tribe and union. We can't make this shit up. Danny pulled his own set of cards, and what did he get at the end? The World, the Two of Cups, the Magician. I don't even know. All sorts of good stuff over
Ace
there.
of Swords, clarity comes after you focus on you.
Boom. You just gotta, girl, master that feminine energy. Tribe and union. That's the end of my spread for you. Tribe and union. Your soul family. Oh, I just remembered. They just reminded me. So, Amy, you're a coach. You're a leader. But here's the thing. You're going to begin to realize that some of the clientele that you've attracted, they're not really your soul family. You thought they were your soul family. You thought that they were like ride or dies. You thought that they were home and they were unity consciousness. And like the thing is with these clients is they were attracted by your shadow energy, not your true essence, not who Amy really is, but the distortion of Amy. That's who some of these clients were attracted to. Okay, so you're gonna start to realize that some of the people that you thought were ride or dies or that you thought were soul family weren't. And you're really gonna start to see who your soul family is. You're gonna start to feel that resonancy and frequency when you meet people like Lee and Sherry. You know what I mean? You know how they feel when you're in front of them? But then sometimes the clients that we work with, they come to us for a reason. And as leaders, we get to set the bar with the energy that we play with. We get to set the bar with who we're allowing in to our frequency, right? And sometimes that means like, with some clients, listen, I can give you a session once a month, and then that's enough, because some people are not able to receive who Amy is. Some people are not able to receive that frequency, girl. And like, just really start to pay attention to that, because you're masculine, you have all this great wisdom, and your masculine just is like, oh, I see what's wrong with them. I know what's blocking them. Here's the information. Here's what you got to do. And then you get with them and nothing's really changed because they're not ready to receive. And what's funny, Amy, I'm talking about your clients, but that's where you are too, where it's like really being prepared to receive what you've asked for, okay? So just start to pay attention to that. And that's all I got for you, love.
Ooh, we have a visitor on our website from Los Altos.
Action in the reverse and patience. That's the last 2 cards. All right. That was a long reading. We don't usually go that long.
Wow.
And Amy,
That's a 40.
I want to kind of redefine boundary for you for a second. So it's not that you need boundaries, because boundaries means the ego is telling you, I need to protect myself, or I need to have boundaries to protect myself. It's not that. It's just, damn, I recognize how powerful I am. Damn, I recognize the value in my frequency. And I also recognize that I'm doing other souls a disservice by showing up for people that aren't even willing to receive what I have to offer. They're not even open to receive the frequency and the wisdom that I have to offer. I'm doing a disservice to other people by sharing it with people that aren't ready, right? So it's not even about boundaries. It's about like self-respect and owning your shit, owning your frequency, knowing who the fuck you are, and like declaring and commanding that into your reality.
Now, one of the biggest things that we've noticed in our mentorship is that we attract people that need to hear our experiences so that they can, gain the information from us that we've already received in order to guide them through to their own healing and on their own journey. So Spirit's going to send you people that are most of the time needing what you have. And when you really move into the acceptance of that and allow, them to come in, and when they come in and really allowing yourself to be vulnerable, right? In each moment, when you put the camera up and when you're going through something and you're saying, look, this is what I'm really facing right now. I'm feeling this in front of the camera. I'm being vulnerable with you because I want you to see.
What's up, Sheila?
This process that's unfolding. Spirit's going to drop process on you, and you're going to keep working through it in front of the camera. And that process is going to be gold. It's going to be gold. So whether or not you post that, guaranteed you're going to use those things, right, to guide others through those moments that they're going through because you've been through the same scenarios. So it's all beautiful. What's up, Sheila? What's up, my sister? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. The list is open. Amy was the first and only, so if you guys are interested in jumping on the list, we're going to post the link yet again, and you be first up. So there you go, guys. And thank you, whoever is visiting northerncomforttarot.com from Los Altos, California.
I thought you changed it.
Welcome. Yeah, we have both until the 26th, I think.
Oh, so you can type in either one and it'll go?
Yeah, Empire of Neutrality
cool.
Will come into effect over the next 24 hours. So it might not be linked in yet. The host has to connect with the name provider people.
And Amy, we love you. Thank you for allowing us to read for you, to tap into your energy, to serve you, my beautiful sister. And I love you.
Okay.
Ooh, it's hot up in here.
We've got David, 20, just a tip. Oh my God.
Oh, David, I love you.
Always with the tips.
I love the tip.
Jeez.
Oh. I meant, you know what, I think I meant both.
Well, you did mean both, but thank you for your blessing. Brother from another mother. What do y'all want to do?
Right, David? Alright, what's up, Sheila? How's it going?
Missed you too, girl. Always, I know. You're off doing what you're doing, and you're living.
What are you doing? Reading
towards your best life and stuff, and I know I can feel your vibration out there, and it strengthens me. What's that? 11:11 average watch time. Oh, that's cool. 11:22 now average watch time.
Sheila, it feels like I haven't seen you in forever, girl. Where you been?
I know. It's always a blessing to have you with us. And you're with us in spirit regardless. And we trust that.
Lord have mercy. All right, well, what you want to do, babe?
I don't know. What's up? We can wait a few more minutes to see if anybody else hops on the list. If not, we're going to enjoy a Sunday evening together.
Well, thank you, David.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, man. I know if you're in PayPal and you'll see there's a Canadian side that I can't shut off, and then an American side. If you put in the numbers in the American side, there's that, and then the goods and services box underneath that. If that's checked, uncheck it. Usually you have to check it if you want the goods and services. We don't fall under the goods and services clause for PayPal, whatever, and then that's going to charge you. I don't know why they put that there. Well, I do know they want to make money, and some people do that, but
do that. Do that.
That's what they do. So, but yeah, if we have any problems with it, I know hers has been acting up lately too. It's just we're thinking about moving to Pioneer. We're having that option anyways. Pioneer seems to be the next up and coming, and it's a global means, like it's a global PayPal. All in one,
Sheila.
So.
Anyways, we went for a 4-wheeler ride today, you guys. I took a video. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. All the leaves are like orange and yellow and red even.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So, we went for a ride today, and Danny acted like or scared the crap out of me going down a few hills, going up a few hills. Look, I don't think he can hear me squeaking in the back, to be completely honest, sometimes.
No,
it's so much fun. I love it, but sometimes I'll be like, ah.
I heard some on the video, and I never heard that.
I know you don't. I'll be having a whole ball, like, in the back of the 4-wheeler, but... Oh no, is it messed up?
No, good. It's coming in and out.
Well, besides that, what else did we do today? Went to the beach, took Ella for a walk. Oh my god, it was beautiful today, you guys. Like, it's literally been perfect today.
For real.
I think it's because U.S. bank account. Yeah.
That's our Canadian bank account under mine. And then hers is the U.S. bank account thing. So, but hers has been charging fees too. It's getting ridiculous, man. PayPal's been sliding some things under the radar. You know, late at night they make this change, and it's like whatever.
Same thing with Zoom, but
yeah. So Pioneer is what I'm going to be looking at in the future, and it's just way easier, and it's just another app. You know what I mean? And it's global.
So, well. Anything else, baby? Anything else we do today? What else did we do today?
I siphoned gas out of the boat, put it away, and put it in the car.
Yeah, true.
But there was, we were gifted with something, and I kind of put it out on Facebook to sell it. And I know that energy. It's been, I know exactly what it's doing, right? I've seen it. I'm like, okay, this is testing me. Okay, am I going to get anxious? Am I going to get depressed? Am I going to allow my emotions to swing me this way and that way, getting caught up in the stories in my head of this and that and this and that? And I sat with it outside on the chair this afternoon while I was waiting for this dude to show up.
It looked like me today. I'm usually the one just like chilling outside by myself. I come
right?
up to the back door and the window's open. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just chilling in nature. I'm like,
yeah, and I had a little Tweety bird come visit, and he was like hanging out on the lawn, picking up things to eat, checking me out, and really it gave me a space to be like, okay, I'm moving into acceptance yet again, and that story and this story. I'm not paying attention to it because, like, I know where you're trying to lead me and what trail you're trying to lead me down.
Yeah.
This thing will sell if it's meant to sell. This thing, I was even going through scenarios of keeping it and the abundance that we could gain out of having it, and wherever it ended up, kind of thing. And it calmed my analytical mind down when it was like lulling a baby,
aka taming that
to
motherfucking
sleep.
ego.
It was lulling a baby to sleep and just allowing it to rest, man. You don't have to be popping off every 10 seconds or 1 second, really,
Yeah.
or even milliseconds all the time, trying to show me this and that and all these things, when stepping into neutrality is where I need to be, and just accepting everything. The little birdie's visiting me right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the most powerful things that really changed, really shifted stuff in my life was beginning to, for one, remember what I'm manifesting, remember what I asked the universe for, you know, pay attention to the dominant vibration in my frequency, whether that was a dominant thought form vibration, a dominant emotional vibration, just like really paying attention to that. But the main thing that really shifted things for me was when I started to trust my own frequency. I stopped worrying. You know, when I got in front of clients, I would put up all of this protection, call in all this protection so that, like, I was protected around certain clients or whatever. And then I was just, you know what? That really seems like I don't trust myself. I don't trust the divine. I don't trust my frequency. And like, that's just one example. But like, the more I started to really trust my own vibration to attract the right people towards me, to attract my soul family, to attract, you know, clients, to protect myself around energies that have other agendas, and basically another way to say what I'm saying, once I started to trust my own frequency, another way to say that is, once I started to house unconditional love within my frequency, I didn't have to put up protection, you guys. I didn't have to wear necklaces with the eyes to like protect myself, or like.
That's what that was for?
My necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that.
Protect?
Yeah, I have a necklace that has an eye on it. Yeah, that's what it's for. But anyway, I didn't have to do all of those things because when I'm housing unconditional love, when I'm balanced in my own energy, it doesn't matter who or what vibration is in front of me. It can't penetrate my body or my energetic field, because if I'm unconditional love and that's what's flowing through my energy, I can't house hatred. I can't house insecurities and, you know, picking up other people's energy. Like, the thing is, for some of us that are leaders, we show up for people. And I don't know if any of you have ever noticed this, but as a leader, we show up for people. We do a reading or we do a coaching session. And then have you ever noticed that, like, for a day or two after that, your energy's off? Or like your energy's heavy? Or like shit just doesn't feel quite right? So that's when I started to protect my energy, because I noticed that. But really what it was, once I let that go to stop protecting myself, which I wasn't really doing, once I let that go, I started to see that I was the one inviting the energy in. I was the one housing fear within my being. So when I met someone with fear, we just exchanged fear. Like, here, you want some fear? You want some fear? I'll take some fear. Like, that's what it kind of was. And then I was like, okay, so it took a while for me, you guys, to catch on to that. So I'm like really honored to be able to share that with you guys, because there were some times where like it was difficult to show up. It was difficult to go live and do readings and work with clients because I had all this energy coming at me. But it also was such a fucking blessing, you guys, because I was inviting that energy in for a reason, because I needed to get it out. And even though I was taking on other people's energy, or whatever you want to call it, inviting it into mine because I have that energy within myself, like, it ended up being a blessing, because I'm having like all these clients, all these videos, all this energy all at once, and I just got to look at all of the disharmony, all of the fear, all of the insecurities, and just kind of clean it all out, and then house unconditional love in my energy. You know what I mean, babe?
I do. It's
You remember those days where, like, after we'd go live on here, it would be like...
Oh, she was grabbing the cross and grabbing her... just kidding. And grabbing her...
He is being dramatic.
Grabbing the rosary and just like... No, I'm just being dramatic.
I know you are.
Yeah, but it's kind of... It reminds me of the meme with Terry Crews, where it's like, this comes at me and goes, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
You know, it's just going forward, moving forward. This vibrates with my heart space. I'm going to take it in and that done. And he keeps moving forward kind of thing. That's all like boundaries. I'm not here to toss shade at boundaries. Boundaries at one time, I'm sure.
They just mean something different to us now.
They help you. But like before Brooke and even before my last ex-girlfriend kind of thing.
People stop talking about your girlfriend.
I didn't even know what. Oh, right. It's just my time.
I'm kidding, but
It seems like every night you're talking about your ex.
Baby.
So, back like not even 2 years ago, I didn't even know what a boundary was. My heart was wide open. I was, I would get hurt a bit when girls would come into my life and leave abruptly that I really hadn't a connection to. But I was wide open. And then I heard about boundaries, and then I heard about protection, and I heard about bubbles, and I heard about, the light and the grounding and all this stuff. And it was like, oh my God, this is a whole bunch of shit to know. And and it kind of, stabilized my energy. But now I'm back at the point where I'm just like, okay, well, why did I even put that boundary up for myself? Just releasing that, because that's not serving me. And look at all these hurts that, I didn't even know I had these boundaries in place, so I'm going to get rid of those because I want to open my heart wide. I want a divine connection that's as wide as the Holland Tunnel. We went through that one, right? But it's huge, right? And I'm going to drive the things that I'm calling in, I want to have a wide space to call them in through. I don't want to have to try and fit them through the eye of a needle. I don't want spirit to have that resistance to, and spirit, sometimes, there's another analogy. Spirit, sometimes you want this much to manifest, but you want it to manifest through a hole that big. So in order for spirit to give you this much through your pipe, they got to widen it out. You know what I mean? And to widen it out means you got to do some drilling through this stone, this huge, this granite rock that's solid and hard, these boundaries that you've had in place with these people in your life that aren't allowing the flow to easily come through. And then as they chip away at these things, right, these towers fall and these people leave out of your life, they're just clearing it out so that they can fit all that abundance into the hole that it needs to get through so that you can receive it. Basically it. Thank you, Spirit, for that one. That clarity coming through. Look at what happens when we, keep streaming. That's beautiful. I think Brooke bounced, so I can pretty much close it off. But let me read some stuff with you guys and see what. Oh, you guys are talking amongst each other? I don't even know if I should get into it. Oh, Brooke's back with some abundance.
Look what I got. Oh, you probably won't be able to see it because of the screen.
Oh, I can change the screen.
I walked into the store. This cool Native American, right? Isn't that what?
Yeah, Anishinaabe, First Nations.
Yeah, First Nation. That's their culture is. I'm ignorant with those sort
Native
of things,
American,
so
but up here they call them themselves Anishinaabe. Actually, they call themselves whatever they want. And in each tribe, you have to accept whatever they want.
Yeah, they're like really cool people. They're like connected people, okay? Just naturally, they're very connected with, we are.
Everything. Nature, their surroundings, people.
And one day, I had a dream, you guys, and I was in a flow state. I was very present with everything, and I ended up at the store to buy something, and I had to wait outside the store because they would only let a certain amount of people in, and I ended up sitting beside this, what is it again? What is this culture again? Anishinaabe guy. And I kept feeling like, tell him about your dream. And I'm like, I don't even know this guy. Like, let me tell him about my dream. Like, this is what I'm hearing in my head. And I'm like, you know what, whatever. So I'm like, can I ask you something? And I start to tell him about my dream, and he helped me decipher some of my dream, and like it really, really helped me create a shift. It was so beautiful. Like, oh, I loved that moment. But anyways, so like we had a little relationship, a little connection in that moment. Like we were just like vibing, man. And we were talking about my dream, and he really helped me. And then the next time I come, I walk in the door, and he's just like walks by me, hands me this, and I'm like, is this for me? And he's like, yeah, it's for you. And I'm like, oh, yay. So I'm like, oh, maybe you got to do the camera.
Oh, I didn't push the button.
So I'm really excited. Because he painted it himself, too.
It's a fox. Playing in the summer.
And then let me read the back of it, too. You guys, listen to this. It says, The Summer Fox. This painting is about the summer and the joys of the fox. Foxes love to play in the summer as this one is running through the grass. Foxes are always thought of as cunning and agile. I painted this painting in a mud art style, as my mom encourages me to explore new ways to express myself. So let me tell y'all how this hit me so hard. The last part says, as my mom encourages me to explore new ways to express myself. Oh, I feel myself getting emotional. But like why that resonated with me so deeply is because I've been mastering my feminine energy, y'all. And it was just like a sign from the universe. It was like, girl, you are doing it. You're listening to your feminine energy. Like you're mastering your feminine energy. And it says the mother is encouraging you to express yourself a different way. That's exactly what I've been doing, y'all. Like really trying to stay in my feminine energy to communicate things rather than going into my masculine and like, you know, it was beautiful. But I'm glad I got to share that with you.
So Selma, I see what you said, and I'm going to read it out. So have you guys ever been in a position in the journey where you were like, this is going to take at least a year before physical union can happen? Because you can sense the readiness. I surrender anyways.
Ooh, I love that. You want to start or you want me to start?
Go ahead if you want to rock.
So the first thing I want to mention is nice job, Selma. I hope I pronounced your name right. Congratulations, because you are so connected that you're feeling it. You're feeling the timeline that you're going towards, and you're feeling the union. You're feeling the abundance. You think that you're feeling your twin and the union of your twin, but you're actually feeling where you're coming into union with yourself, and that is so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you can recognize that. And absolutely, I remember feeling that way. I remember I had this guy. I dated him for 5 years. We broke up. I thought that he was my twin, you guys. I knew that he was my twin, okay? And I remember as I progressed on my journey, I kept getting more in tune with myself. I kept digging out my distortions and my insecurities and my shadow. I was just like really diving into my shadow, and I was healing myself. And I remember there was this moment where I was like, dude, I'm going to be in union with my twin soon. Like, I can feel it. I can feel that, like, that's what I'm attracting. And it was being reflected back to me everywhere. Number synchronicities, dreams, having sex with my twin in the dream state. Like, it was everywhere. There was no denying it. And at the same time, there was this, I can't deny that I can feel that things are coming together. But my mind was still blocking me to be able to really see what I was feeling. So I really thought that this person was my twin, and I knew that things were going to come together. But the more that I focused on him being my twin and associating that with what I was feeling, the more I got blocked. And it was like he was pulling away, and like we went into full separation. I was like, okay, something is off there, because they're not talking to me. They're not even wanting to be a part of my journey, but I feel union. So then I got to a point in my journey where I was like, fuck the twin flame label. That's where we get that from, y'all. This journey that Salma brought up. It got to a point where I was like, man, everything's lining up, and the only thing that feels off is me putting this label on this person and not seeing that validated outside of me, right? So then Danny and I got together and we were like, man, fuck the twin flame label. He was like, yeah, fuck the twin flame label.
Oh, I was months into fucking that.
Yeah.
For real. And when I released it, right? When I released it and I fully said, like, this is not serving me. This is not serving me at all. And look at where I've been so consumed throughout how many months to even, like, it got to a year and I was like, is this my life? Is this the way my life is going to be for the rest of it? Waiting on something to happen, to materialize?
And then Danny and I came together.
Just like, fuck it. And then, yeah, pretty much it was weeks. And then I found her. And I found her channel, and things just started materializing. As I released, I gained $25,000 worth of abundance, and I got to clear out all my debt and all my credit cards, which are all the max now, but there was a reason for that clearing of debt. It was all to usher in the new, and the new was Brooke. And the new was the twin flame that I'd been, I fuck the label, I manifest. I know I'm on the journey. I know that. I accept that. And I surrender to the journey. But as far as focusing on this individual that's no longer serving me anymore, it brought me to a point like Brooke was talking about of self-discovery, of all the wounds that needed to be healed in order to open up my heart space for her. There was even what do you call it, a conduit or a surrogate of my heart space that came in to open up my heart to love again and to get the energy flowing through there. And then miracles happened. They just started popping off left and right.
So then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I surrender the twin flame label. I surrender the twin flame label in the box that it puts me in, okay? And then I met this guy on YouTube. He was like a superstar tarot reader, and he showed me attention, and he really was a catalyst for opening up my heart space. It was the first person after who I identified as my twin. It was the first person that I met that I was actually willing to maybe have a relationship with this person, to be open to having a relationship with someone besides who I thought was my twin. So that really opened my heart up. And then he rejected me, and then he called me out on my codependent ways, and that fucking hurt. And I called Danny, and I'm crying, and you know what I mean? And Danny held space for me, and I'm really glad that he got to be a part of my journey, even though he was probably thinking, girl, like, what are you doing?
Oh.
But so then Danny and I decided together, like, fuck the twin flame journey. Or fuck the twin flame label, okay? We might be twins, whatever. And when we decided to do that, we really set our focus to mission. Like, that was the thing. I remember Danny and I having this realization together. Not that we hadn't already had the realization, but we felt what we were actually talking about. And we're going back and forth, sending, like, voice audios, like, I just got this downloaded. It's not about the twin flame label. It's about mission. Like, you go into mission and everything else is a symptom of that. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
I remember that feeling.
Was really early. That was June kind of thing.
So after we decided to release the twin flame label, and we had all those deep self-realizations of what the twin flame journey really is, and what it meant for us, for me, what it means for Brooke, what it means for Danny, and we just went there. Service. Being authentic. And then
we both knew that we were on the journey regardless of the who, right? And focused on the why. And that was mission, and everything fell into place.
So then the best part of releasing the twin flame label. So after all that, we set our sights to mission. We're getting all these downloads, and what was the most beautiful thing about releasing ourselves from the twin flame label was when we did, it was like whatever the filter was, whatever the story the ego was telling that was blocking us from being able to really see what was before us, it was just taken off.
Like dark sunglasses, when you take those off and you can see the brightness and the light that's before you, same deal.
So those come off, right? And then, like maybe a week or so later, I realized that Danny was my fucking twin flame. Like I could see him then. I couldn't see him before. I could feel all of this love and connection, but like my ego wouldn't let me see it. Wouldn't really let me feel who we were to each other. So I released the twin flame label and like I could see him finally. I could see who we were. And also by releasing the twin flame label, I could see all of the abundance that was already in my life. My soul family. Oh my God, I was meeting so many beautiful people, which was, oh my God, I remember breaking down and crying because for so long I felt misunderstood, but I was attracting people that understood me. I'm reading tarot online for people and like giving people messages that like changed their life. I realized who my twin flame was. And it was just a game changer, you guys. It was.
For real. And everything that we just dropped on you, that's some keys. That's some big ass keys that fit in some big ass locks that can crack you guys wide open and call in your true twin if you so desire, right? But it's all about like what we were talking to Amy about. It's all about mission. That's when you redirect, move into mission, something you're passionate about, something that reaches the hearts of people and allows them to open their hearts up, and receive, and they resonate with the messages, which is pretty much your journey, and I was very on in Northern Comfort Tarot when I put out my twin flame journey testimony. You know what I mean?
I still don't know if I've watched that. Danny used to try to tell me to watch his videos all the time, but I was so like, who knows where the fuck Brooke was?
Oh my God, an hour and a half?
Oh my God, I used to fuss Danny out for sending me too many text messages at a time. I'd be like, 3 is the limit, Danny. That's it. I don't want to check my phone and have 10 texts from you. Like, it was...
Now she gets like maybe 3 a day, if that. 3 a week.
Well, that's because I live with you.
Yeah, you're here. But yeah.
That was a fun share.
For real.
Good times, man. Good times. And then Danny came to see me in Wilson, and I pretty much avoided him the whole time.
I got to do what I do there. I just drove around aimlessly looking at stuff. What do they call that?
Y'all have to understand that sometimes as the divine masculine, or even if someone identifies as the divine feminine, the masculine energy within them, we just don't have the capacity to receive someone's love. We really don't. Even now when Danny and I go through things, there are moments where like I'm really vulnerable and like kind of needing some space, and like he accepts me as I am, for one. But then I purge and I'm like claiming my sovereignty, and like I know my energy and I'm so much lighter, and then I'm so present and so in the love that he has a hard time receiving it, and vice versa. Like sometimes he'll be really vulnerable and like I'm holding space, and then he gets his shit together and I'm having a really difficult time receiving his energy, receiving his love, receiving how present he is with me. Like that's a real thing, you guys.
But we meet in neutrality.
Right, and we talk, we share. We're like, listen, this is where I am today. I am vulnerable as fuck today. Or I really just need to record myself speaking about some stuff. Can you like go outside and do something for a little bit so my ego quits hassling me about being heard? You know what I mean? Like we're just straight up.
Meanwhile, she's producing a video that's going to premiere on the channel, right? So
no, not that one.
Oh, the one that was unseen.
You still haven't. I still haven't watched that one.
Watched it. I watched the entire thing. Oh yeah, like a couple days later. Oh, I know all your secrets. What was
You really do.
Yeah, it was like, you said one thing at the end, I was like, Jesus Christ.
What? Baby, I can't believe you watched that whole thing.
Like, something like, thank all those dicks or something. I was like, what? I was like, talk about disimpersonating.
That video.
I was driving around Suicide Corner, and I'm like, what?
No.
Oh my God! I was like, okay, thank you.
Baby, that's so embarrassing.
Thank you, dicks.
Y'all don't need to know what we're talking
No,
about.
you know, maybe we'll put it on Patreon someday, but
Maybe. That shit was raw.
oh yeah, it was
Rough.
I know, starting to chafe a little bit. But
Oh my God, I can't believe you watched that. I'm so hot and blushing right now.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to see the purge.
And if you do find yourself, struggling to receive, every morning, the first thing, look in your own eyeballs and be like, I am connected to an openness to receive, and breathe that shit in. I'm connected to an openness to receive. Breathe it in, okay? House it within you. Right, Amy? Ooh. Some of the people in the mentorship, they know a little bit about what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're pretty vulnerable with the mentorship, folks.
We've actually, I know for a fact we've talked to Jesse about some of the stuff that we're talking about right now.
But there again, our testimony, the things that we've been through, is the medicine that others need.
Don't get me started with the medicine, baby.
No, I'm telling you, but it's the medicine
I'm going in.
that others need. If you haven't checked out Nicole Peretti from Twin Flame Revolution, she's got a beautiful SoundCloud channel where she puts out her raps, I guess.
Yes, Amy.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Check that out, sign up, and listen to it. I was listening to one that she released today. I think she gave it to us a while back, but she released it today, and she has a link on Facebook if you want to check it out. But
and I shared it on my channel in the community. I'm telling y'all, for the ones that vibe with me, the shit that I share on my community, like
wait, in the Love Vibe Tribe?
No, on my channel on YouTube. The things that I share over there is some good shit, you guys. But I ain't gonna force anyone to go look at it. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really talk about it, because I'm like, if you're connected, you'll be led there, just like I was.
If you feel called, man, she's got some lit productions, and she's ramping up for some serious rhymes.
Yeah, you want to talk about the answer that she shared today? Yeah. So okay. Nicole Peretti, this woman has literally changed my freaking life. She is a divine masculine that is in a feminine body as well. So we resonate a lot, and we've had a lot of the same energetic experiences, vibrational experiences, whether they look the same in the 3D or not. But with addiction, for example, we have a lot of similar energy that we've dealt with. But today she posted the answer. That's what it's called. The name of the spoken word or song that she posted is the answer. And it's an activation, you guys.
Oh, it calmed me right the fuck down today.
She speaks in light language. She is such a pure channel. Oh God. When her energy hits you, if you're present enough with her energy and it smacks you, oh my God. Just get ready. But she shared her new spoken word today. And the thing about her music, you guys, it's not just music. It's not just spoken word. It's activation. It's a healing modality. It's a tool, you guys. It's a fucking tool to help you purge sometimes. But the one that I shared today, the answer that she posted today, if you really get yourself in a safe container, take a bath, go where you meditate, and just get really present with that song and the energy that she is throwing at you through that song. I don't know those of you that read it, but I posted in the Love Vibe Tribe my experience with her song. straight up. And I had a massive, massive, massive purge. Her music, that tool, that healing modality helped me so much. Like, it had taken me purge after purge after purge after purge, and then I listened to her music, and just like this massive fucking purge happened, and finally I felt that heavy energy lift from my back. Oh my god. Go try it. Okay? And if you haven't heard my experience with her music, for one, join the Love Vibe Tribe, but two, go read my shit. You don't have to be in your feminine energy to receive a lot of the stuff that I said, but...
Aaron says, I love how your experience has been passed down to us in the mentorship to show us the shortcut to union. Thanks, guys. Man.
Yes, I love that.
Aaron, union, when she first came to us, there were shifts that needed to take place, and Aaron was absolutely willing to do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Beautiful soul, Aaron is. And she started hacking away, and she blew our minds at how fast she was progressing, and had to back up sometimes, you know, because there are hiccups and we go back into old stories. But she kept progressing, and Aaron, man, where you are at now and the manifestation that happened in your life with that beautiful soul that's come to you now, oh my God. Wow. Look at you go. Look at both of you go, too.
Yes, Nicole from Twin Flame Revolution. My bad, I forgot to say that. And yeah, Amy got to read it. Amy read about my experience with her spoken word. It's crazy shit. I'm telling you, it's when she talks about it being medicine, like, it's fucking medicine, and it's potent. It's potent medicine. Okay, for the soul.
Oh yeah, don't listen to Nicole if you don't want.
You ain't ready. You ain't ready for the medicine.
You don't want to get fucked up, you know, and then purge and clear. Sent her straight into a purge.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Which one was
that? The long thing that I wrote.
Which one sent you into a purge?
The spoken word that she posted today.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god! And there's this one part where she's speaking in light language, really slow, and she's like. I can't remember exactly, but she's speaking in light language in the beginning, really slowly, and then she goes, and oh my god, I was so present. I know it sounds small, but the energetics behind that fucking sound that she did, I felt it go through my body, y'all. Like, it was...
Salma's got it in the queue, ready to go as soon as we hit end stream.
Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad that I got to share that with you guys, and I'm really glad that there's people that I'm connected to that have space within them to really receive that experience, because there's not a lot of people that can, like, they're not open to receiving that information like we talked about, Amy. And having to really sit in your feminine energy and read through my experience, like, not just anyone's going to be able to do that. I can tell you that right now. The vibration and the frequency of that experience typed out, there's not a lot of people that can house that. They can sit with it. They can feel it. They can read through it. But I'm really, really glad that I've met people now that hold the same frequency as me, so we can really share some amazing things between each other.
I put the link in the description for anyone else that's feeling called for a reading. Well, we're about to bounce, so if you're feeling called, you need some guidance. This is, I don't know. Oh no, we got
that sound there?
It's our work week coming up, so it'll be Friday by the time we get around to you guys again.
Yes, girl, Amy. Yeah, girl. It made me feel so good that, like, I am in a community now where people are on my level. I don't have to like shorten my experiences. I don't have to dumb myself down to get people to understand. I don't have to present myself a certain way so that people can handle it. I just go all in, and the people that can receive it, like, they're there. Awesome. Anyway,
that mic whoosh could have been the water I spilt on on the soundboard too. I'm just hoping that we get through this and we can shut that off and it's gonna be okay.
The microphone started whooshing right when Brooke got quiet. Must have been spirit.
Yeah, or the water in the board, but
it was probably because I was hearing Nicole's light language in my head, but my ego wouldn't let me speak it because I didn't want to fuck it up. But I'm telling you, that shit powerful. I'm telling y'all.
We'll have to check it out in the replay. So with that, we're gonna come into a close. Brooke's gonna close the space for us, and then we are going to wish you all the best.
Yes, this was a really good night. I'm so glad you guys come and hang out with us. And we get to share stories and we get to connect and exchange all this shit energetically that we be exchanging. Woo! Feels so good. But I love you guys. I'm going to close the container and ground all this work that we have done tonight. Declaring our sovereignty upon ourselves, closing the sacred space and container, sending any energy back to where it belongs, and declaring our sovereignty upon ourselves. And thank you to every amount of source energy that goes into guiding, loving, protecting, and supporting us along our journeys, our souls. Fucking thank you.
David, it's another word for speaking in tongues.
Tongues is different.
It's the same.
It's different.
It's the same. It's the Holy Spirit coming through.
Well, but it's different though.
That's another episode of.
The language part is different though.
No, it's the same.
Maybe.
Ask Nick. I'll tell you. Nick comes from Pentecostal. But that's basically it. It's spirit flowing through you.
I get it. It's the same thing. Yeah. I just feel like I thought things were pronounced differently, but maybe I'm wrong.
There's actually no pronunciation. It's all flow. And you're just allowing it to come through you. That's it. That's my language. It's all frequency based. It's all, you know what I mean? It has nothing to do with linguistics at all. Mind you, there was someone in our church that was speaking in tongues, and the guy in the congregation was like, he looked over at him, he's like, "You're speaking my language." And it was some language that of his ethnicity that this dude was speaking. He's like, "You're speaking my language. I know what you're saying." He's like, "Really? What am I saying?" So it was quite the experience.
That's funny. That's funny.
But with that, thank you so much for joining us on a Sunday night. We love all of you.
Been holding space in the background.
That's true. That's what they've been doing. They've been here since the beginning. We love you guys.
I can't wait till Thursday just because I get to see y'all's beautiful faces.
Right.
I love y'all.
And we appreciate y'all. We love you so much. Y'all are doing a beautiful job in your journey, and we respect that. We respect all the things you're going through. And I know even when it feels like the sky is falling and you turn into Chicken Little, trust and know that this is exactly what needs to be taking place in your life, and accept that. Move to neutrality. We're all going to ask you to move to the empire of neutrality. We're not going to make you drink any blue Kool-Aid or nothing, but
thank you, David.
But come visit us at empireneutrality.com or northerncomforttarot.com right now.
Summer Fox out.
Take care. Namaste, guys.
Bye.